Hey dolls! So obviously it is now the end of January, or almost the end of January, and it is time for the very first of this year January favourites. So I've got quite a few beauty bits and a couple of random bits as well, because let's face it, it's been Christmas, so I've kind of enjoyed stuff that I got for Christmas as well. So yeah, I apologise for my hair. There isn't much. Let's sort the camera out. No, it's better over there. I haven't kind of sorted out my hair today because it's not being kind of fun, shall we say, like reliable. Damn camera. Right. Now that I've sorted all my problems with the camera, I will go straight into it. The first one I'm going to talk about is the one actually I am wearing, and it's this turtleneck kind of jumper. It's from M&Co, which when I first saw this brand like years ago, I thought it was part of the M&S, but I don't think it is. And it's kind of this, I'm not sure what kind of material it is. I don't know if you can sort of see, it's almost suede-ish. It's really, really warm. I'm loving white at the moment for some reason. I've got another white jumper as well from New Look. This was in the sale. I believe it should have been like 18, 20 pounds, and I think I got it for 10 or 12 pounds. And I absolutely love this. Yes, if you've seen my videos you would know that this is new, because I bought it a few weeks ago. There was buttons on it and I chopped those off because I thought they were disgusting and I saw no point of them being on here. They were literally there for decoration and they were just terrible, so I cut them off. So yes, I've been loving this jumper pretty much most of January, probably gonna enjoy it through February as well. So yes, I'm loving this jumper. I'm also loving again the Baby Lips Dr. Rescue, and this one's in Too Cool, and it just looks like this. Now this is actually the original packaging from the States. It's still in date. It says it runs out on the 2nd of the 5th 2015, so February, so I haven't got that long to use it and there's this much product left. The reason why, oh god, there's so much product left is because I stopped using it for a bit because I didn't know when it was coming into the UK and I was so worried that I was going to use it up and not have any more. Now it is available in the UK and I actually have bought a spare, but the actual tube is different. Instead of it being a sticker, it's actually written on there, which is a bit annoying, so I might just swap the tube lids. I haven't really decided, but yes, I picked up this one, and I also picked up, because this one is from the States, I picked up another one from the States called Peachy, something like that, something to do with Peachy. And I thought I picked up the coral one a few weeks ago, but I didn't. I actually picked up the same one, so I still need to get the coral one because I made a mistake. But yes, I am loving this at the moment. I put it on every time that my lips are dry because it was a lifesaver when I was in San Francisco, when it was like really cold and slightly windy, especially on the boat. So I love this. I've also been loving, and this is like a repetitive favourite for me because like I consistently am buying it, is the L'Oreal Nude Magique BB Powder 5-in-1 Velvet Skin Beautifier, and it just looks like this. In most tutorials that I've done, it's kind of been used. The most recent one I did, it has been used. I have repurchased this about 5-6 times since sometime last year. It's very comparable to MAC Fix Studio Powder. I think that's what you call it. because it's a very high coverage powder, and if you push it into like the skin, it does definitely cover it up. I wouldn't recommend it as a foundation, I don't think, but it's definitely really good for powdering and covering up blemishes that may have not covered. So that's kind of why I like it, and the price is only £6.99, whereas obviously the MAC one is like 20 odd quid, so that's why I kind of repurchase this one all the time. I've also been loving, and it's kind of a brand new purchase for this month, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup or Foundation in SPF 10, and this shade is actually 1W1 in Bone, but I think I need a lighter one, but I haven't really figured out what's the lighter one, because this, to me, it seems light since it's 1W1, but I have another one that's in a different foundation, which is a different marking, which is 1 something 1. So I really have no idea how the colour ranges go, but it's still a pretty good shade. I think it's definitely more of a summer shade. Now the pump is actually from MAC. I had to buy this separately, unfortunately, because what I wasn't ever sure about was that the product inside is more liquidy than I was expecting, because a lot of drugstore high coverage foundations are quite thick, so I wasn't expecting it to be as runny, and I thought I was really losing product. So I went out and bought myself a bunch of pumps. I've still got 2 pumps free, and I just put them in my Studio Fix fluid and obviously my Estee Lauder. I love this. It's so high coverage, so easy to blend out. I've used it today and I've had, like, you probably can see it, there's a lump on my nose, but like I'm doing this new skincare routine and it's kind of like bringing blemishes out sort of thing, so it's like really tightening my face, but then I've still got like scars on my face which I have to cover up, so that's why I've been loving this at the moment. I've also been loving, which I got for Christmas, is the Stila All Over Shimmer Duo in Kitten, and it just looks like this. For highlighting, this is my holy grail product. Believe it or not, I use both shades, this one on the cheekbone and this on the bridge of my nose, my brow bone and my cupid's bow. Obviously, because there are 2 shades, they are perfect for any skin tone. If you like to go white, then that's the way to go, and darker. And they are really super pigmented, super beautiful on the skin, and they really do give you a nice highlight even when you blend them out. You can wet these, and you can even use them as eyeshadow, but I found like when I did like a bit of a wetness test, it seemed a little bit chalky for me, but that could be just the way I did it. So yeah, I prefer it dry, but that's just me. So I've been loving this month. I've also been loving, because obviously I've been trying to sort out my eyebrows. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw the Instabrow selfies I did of when I dyed my brows with the Allure Pro Brow dye kit. I've got to do them sort of again, because if you might have seen my other tutorial, that part of my brow is very light, but it seems the 6 weeks they suggest obviously doesn't include like if you wash your face twice a day, and dermabrasion like once or twice a week, that kind of thing. So I might have to do it again, but I'm going to film when I do it so that I can show you how to do it, basically. So yeah, so because I've been trying to neaten up my brows and they are almost perfect, I say almost, they're not 100%, and I've been loving Archery, the felt tip pen part from Soap and Glory. It just looks like this, and that it does come with a pencil, but I just don't like it, because I find it a bit too grey for me for some reason, even though this is in brown. And then the felt tip. The felt tip is so easy to use. This is almost run out, but I do have a spare upstairs, still in its box. But it's so easy to kind of line out the brow shape that you want, and I do sometimes fill it in, especially where it's like bald in places. So, and I've also been loving, which you probably can't see, and I believe it's called the Maybelline Master Brow, Drama Brow, something like this. It looks like this. It has like a spongy wax stuff at the end and a pencil at this end. The pencil is actually a really good colour for me, however it breaks very easily because you have to have it quite far out, otherwise, because like that is really thick where the pen comes out, so it's really hard to kind of see where you're drawing, and then it breaks if it's out any further. And the waxy part, if you unscrew it, it comes out like this. You've probably seen this on TV. And it comes with quite a lot of waxy product. You could, in fact, use a small brush if it would fit, and use it in there. But it's a really good like shade for me. I did actually buy 2 shades. This one is the medium brown, and I actually bought a dark brown as well, because I wasn't 100% sure what colour it would come out, because a lot of them, especially dark browns or medium browns as well. Sometimes medium browns do come out quite light, and sometimes dark browns come out really dark. So I wasn't 100% sure what this would do. And basically in the end I chose medium brown because it actually matches my hair. So it actually is quite dark. Even though it doesn't look it, it is still quite dark. So that's why I kind of prefer this. So that's my brows. Also with my foundation routine, I've been loving, obsessing. I think before I broke up for Christmas, I purchased this, and all over Christmas and pretty much every time I do my makeup I use this product, and it's the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, oil free, and it's the new Pore Minimizer. You've probably seen this in many videos of mine, but this is a brand new primer from Smashbox, and it's pore minimizing. And if you know me, or you've seen some of my videos when I've talked about my face and pores, I have really big pores, and they are shrinking, but they're still very noticeable sometimes. You might be able to see them, but they are quite noticeable at times. And this stuff is amazing. I still have like loads of Pore Professional by Benefit primers dotted around everywhere, it seems. I have almost finished one, I have a brand new one, and a brand new one somewhere else, and I believe another brand new one somewhere else as well. So yeah, I've got quite a lot of it because that used to be my favourite one, and I thought, oh, I'll try it out because, let's face it, usually the pore minimizing ones don't really minimize, but they do kind of fill them in, make them smoother to apply makeup. But this stuff really does work. I mean, it's not like completely gone, but they are really minimized. Like, I hardly see some of the ones that are like really bad. I used to have them like pretty much down to about here in this area, and now they're just literally there, which is amazing for me. So they do minimize your pores and smooth out your skin, and oh, it just feels amazing. And because it's oil free, it does say that it leaves you up for 8 hours for flawless, smooth, shine free skin. Now for shine free, I'm not 100% sure that that is a thing to say, because like, to me, I don't feel like less shiny when I put it on, but I do feel a difference with my pores. So if you do have a problem with your pores and you've used Pore Professional and you don't feel like there's that much of a difference, try this product, because there might be a more significant difference, and there is definitely a difference in texture with this one to the Pore Professional. So that's why I'm kind of using it at the moment, and I don't want it to end because this was the last one when I picked it up. So yes, I've been loving this product. Now before I finish on makeup, I better talk about my brushes, because I've been loving a bunch of brushes at the moment. So the first one I've been loving, and I think I said this in my in my brushes video and haul video. You can only buy this you can only buy this product in Mac Pro stores. So you actually have to go to a pro store, not one that's in a department store, and you can't order it online because I checked. And it's the MAC 163 contour brush. And it's very kind of flat, and long. It's very long compared to another one that I'll show you, but I really do like this for my contouring. You hardly need any product, whereas I used to use the Basics range from Real Techniques, their contour brush, which was kind of a rounded one. I needed quite a lot to build up the colour, but this I need like a swipe and that's it, because it's really dense and packs on the colour. So I actually really like this brush. It's a little tricky like with my nose, because my nose isn't that long and like the brush almost pretty much goes over it. But for contouring in my cheekbones, it's amazing. I absolutely love this brush. I believe it was like 29, 31, something like that pounds. But because I can't double check the price, because obviously you can't buy it online, it's a bit tricky. But yes, if you go into your local pro store, not that there isn't many close local pro stores. I bought this one in Westfield Shopping Centre in Stratford, though when I went into Covent Garden there was a pro store there, so they had them. So just find a pro store. There's a lot in London. I'm not sure if the one in Brighton is a pro store, but yes, I've been loving that brush. Now, when talking about makeup and this month, I can't not talk about these brushes, because they're so pretty, and you've probably seen so many people talking about them, so many videos, and if you see my stuff, you've probably seen this video or my video as well, or you probably might be watching this video and then go, oh actually I'll watch the other video. And it is these beautiful gorgeous brushes from Real Techniques. These are the brand new bold metal collection, and you have two gold ones which are the base brushes, two rose gold ones which are the perfection brushes or something like that, and then the silver ones which are eye brushes. Now these are weighted and I feel really professional using them. I mean, I still use the other ones, you might have seen my video before. I do still use the other ones, but these are much more professional. They're much more softer, though I did find this one a little bit stiff when I was using it, but they are really, really beautiful to use, really soft, and because they're weighted, they don't slip off, and they're shaped especially so that they don't roll around. Now, I do have a favourite, and most people, this is their favourite, and it is the contour brush, which is the 301 brush, and it's angled almost the same as the MAC one, except from it's a lot slightly more rounder and obviously shorter. Now, most people have been, because obviously not many people buy the proper contour brushes like from MAC or NARS, this is like the first drugstore version of it, so everyone's been using this for a contour brush, but because there isn't, for me, I don't really like the foundation brush, as I do like the fact that it's shaped and that, and it has a purpose, but I don't feel like it buffs out very well. So I've been using this as a foundation brush because it's still got that density and it's still fairly round. That's probably why it looks slightly grubby. So I actually do use this as a foundation brush. And it's really soft and just perfect to blend out. So that's kind of why this one's my favourite, but they're all my favourites because they're so beautiful. And I mean, having these like in your set or on your bedside table is, I mean, I cannot not stare at them. Like if I'm looking at my makeup brushes, I just can't help but just stare at them for a bit, appreciate them because they're so beautiful. So that's kind of why it's my favourite. Now, pretty much beautiful. I've finally got, and it's actually a funny story how I got this brush, but it's a hairbrush, and I went into TK Maxx in Covent Garden and I saw them there, a load of them there, and I was like, right, I'm gonna come back and I'll buy them. When I got back there, I completely forgot what I was going for. I thought I was going for a handbag, and then I decided I didn't want the handbag and completely forgot about this brush. And then I went shopping where I'm staying at the moment, into the TK Maxx there, and there was a lady searching through, she had a brush in her hand and she was searching through this other brand called Aqua Brush or something, which isn't the same. when you find out what brush I'm talking about. And then she decided to pick up the yellow aqua brush and put the one that was in her hand back. And when I saw the one that was in her hand that she put back, I picked it up and paid for it straight away. And it is the wet brush. Now this one's purple, and yes, it's a bit grubby because I have been using it because I absolutely love this brush. When you think about the Tangle Teaser, it's very much similar. It's called the wet brush because you can actually use it on dry and wet hair, and I've used it in the shower. It's a bit, I'm not so used to like brushing my hair in the shower, so that's why I don't really use it that much. But it isn't squishy like most of these type of style brushes are, because there's no like hole. It's kind of hard rubber, so it's not going to squish in. It detangles very, very easily. It's just like a Tangle Teaser, just, I don't know, I feel like this one's a lot more softer for my hair. I guess because it's got these little baubles to kind of protect the spikes, but it also means that it's not sharp in your hair, it's not going to scratch your scalp. So yes, I'm loving this brush. It takes out my tangles so fast, so easy, wet or dry, when I'm hair drying, when my hair's like mid-dry, where I've let it dry naturally. It's just fabulous, and I have noticed more of a difference using this brush. My hair doesn't seem to break as much, and my hair seems to stay kind of smooth, and my hair used to, like, when it naturally dries, it goes curly or wavy, and it used to kind of come quite frizzy, but using this, it actually smooths it out, and I have this like really nice wave in my hair, which I absolutely love. So I'm kind of thankful that lady like put it back, because now I own a wet brush, but I feel kind of bad because I saw it and I was like, oh my god, because she said that she was looking for the right one, and I was like, oh no, she obviously didn't realise, and so I brought it. So I'm kind of bad in that respect. Sorry, old lady that wanted it, but I brought it myself. So yes, on the subject of hair, and it's going to be hard for you to see, but holding my hair up is this little thing here, and it's the Invisibobble. Invisibobble, however you say it. And I've been obsessed with it. It's really weird, and when I first bought it, it was £4, and I thought, oh my god, one bobble for £4, and then I realised actually there's 3 bobbles in there, so I've only ever used one out of it. It is slightly wider than the others now because obviously I've used it, but it still shrinks up fairly small, and I love rolling it in my hand, which is kind of weird. But it's just perfect, and like I do like the fact that it's invisible. It's not 100% invisible, I have to say, because when I have my hair down here you can still sort of see it, but it's been like a lifesaver. It's held my hair a lot better, and I find that it doesn't pull my hair out where normal regular bobbles do. So I guess maybe that's why I like it, and now my hair's gone like a bit weird. But yes, I am obsessed with this bobble and obsessed with that brush. So yeah, try and sort my hair out. It's not gonna work. That'll do. I'm sure that'll be fine. Right, nails, because I haven't got any more nail stuff to show you. And this is the only nail product. It's a nail varnish. I believe I showed a picture on Instagram of it on my nails and of when I bought the product. And it's actually from Urban Outfitters. If you've seen Instagram pictures or Snapchat by Velvet Ghost or Gabby, she had this nail polish, and when I saw it I fell in love, and I had to buy it. I went to Oxford Street thinking they would have it, their Urban Outfitters would have it, and they didn't. I ended up going to Westfield Shopping Centre in Stratford and eventually found it there, and then I was debating whether to buy several of them because then I won't run out. Compared to all the other range from Urban Outfitters, this is the most expensive nail polish, whereas the others are like £6 or 2 for £10. This one is £12 on its own, and there's no discount on there. And it is the holographic nails. I did put a picture up on my Instagram of it, but I'm terrible at taking pictures of my nails. But yes, this nail polish is undescribable. It's just so pretty. In some certain lights it does look like it's just silver, but it is holographic. I'm trying to see if I can pick it up, but it's like really hard to pick up the holographicness, but it's so pretty. And this one, compared to the others, is very opaque and dries fairly fast, though I did have to use Sally Hansen's Dry Fast on it, just because I do find the other ones quite hard to dry. They take forever and they're still really tacky, but this one is very opaque. You only need one switch over, but that could be because the colour of it really did my eyes in when I was trying to focus. But yes, I'm absolutely obsessed with this nail polish. I'm just hoping that I don't run out of any, but I absolutely love this. Right, as I said earlier, I have been doing a lot to my skin, and I've kind of developed a new skin routine and stuff like that. And I went into John Lewis and I wanted to try some of the philosophy stuff. And I actually wanted to try a kind of skin peeling type thing, and I saw a kit that was £25 and it was called the Philosophy Cleanse Peel and Treat kit, and it had a mini bottle of Purity. It had the 2 dermabrasion products but in 2 sachets, so it was only 1 try. It had Hope in a Jar and Hope in a Jar at Night, and it also had Time in a Bottle, and they're all miniature sizes. So I thought, why not? I'll try it. Now I'm obsessed with the Purity. Obviously this is a small one. I've been using it for 3 weeks now and I've only used up that much, so I've still got quite a lot left. Like a tiny amount really does clean my face really well. I absolutely love this. It makes my skin feel amazing. And I have to say the dermabrasion stuff actually really brought out my blackheads, closed up my pores, really smoothed out my face. It was amazing, so I'm thinking about getting the full size, but I'm not sure when. I did have Time in a Bottle, but obviously I used it all up. It only lasted a week, which I was very disappointed in, because all the rest of the products have lasted almost a month or over. They're gonna last over a month, that's for sure, and that was using it twice a day. Well, that's using it twice a day, so the Time in a Bottle is kind of annoying, the fact that it has run out and it didn't last at all long compared to everything else, so that's a bummer. But obviously I can show you the Hope in a Jar and Hope in a Jar at Night. Now this is the Hope in a Jar. This is for the day face cream. It's a lot more wetter than the night one. Obviously I've kept sort of the seals on because it keeps them nice. It's just a nice moisturiser. I put this on after I've done my Purity wash in the mornings, so that I am kind of fresh. And I have to say, I've never moisturised my face before because I always feel like it's going to make me feel horrid and make me all greasy, but since doing it I don't feel that at all. So anyone who's like really super greasy or who's got oily skin, since I've got super oily skin, moisturising hasn't actually affected that. I actually feel better, like, and my skin feels a lot more healthier using moisturiser, even though I've got super oily skin. So, and Hope in a Jar at Night. Now this one, it says it's in an intense retexturizing moisturiser. Now, if you do have blemishes, you do feel it on there, and after the night has gone, like, I do feel a lot more smoother. This one's a lot more thicker and less wet. It just looks like this. Obviously I have made a dent, but not too much of a dent. This one dries a lot quicker than the other one, whereas the other one I have to kind of wait a few minutes before I do my makeup, whereas this one, it goes on, fine, done. I actually prefer, I do like this one more than this one because obviously it's not as wet, but I still really enjoy both of them. But this one does really work. It does texturize. I mean, when I've had like a lump of like a blemish lump, the next day it completely flat. So whereas usually it never was, it was like lumpy all the time. So I'm loving this product. Now, because obviously I did run out of my dermabrasion face stuff because it was only one try, I went searching to find cheap alternatives, and I picked up the vitamin C microdermabrasion from the Body Shop, and it says it's a weekly home spa exfoliation with a vitamin C rich Amazonian kumu and a community fair trade shea butter for dull skin, and it just looks like this. Now this stuff smells weird, and I wouldn't 100% compared to the Philosophy one, I wouldn't say it's a massively dermabrasion, but what it is very fine micro beads inside that exfoliate your face. You don't notice it when you put it on your hand, but once you start rubbing it into your face, you do start to feel the graininess. It doesn't heat up like the Philosophy one, which I think if it did heat up, I think it would open up the pores and like drag the blackheads out. But I have noticed that it does smooth out my skin, and it actually does close up my pores. My nose has hardly any pores on it now, like maybe some at the front, but like the rest of it is like completely smooth, which is really weird for me. So I do really like this. It's not as aggressive as the Philosophy one, so I guess that's why I use this like once or twice a week. It does say you can use it once or twice a week. Yeah, it says no more than twice a week and avoid your eyes. So yeah, I've been using this and I love it. It does cost £14, but when I bought this set and another set from the Body Shop, because I'm part of the Body Shop family group thing that I bought the card for, I got 10% discount, and I also got £5 off, so it should cost £14, but I'm not 100% sure how much it ended up costing me. But the kit actually cost only £20, and it should have been 25 or 29, so being the two, so it was even more cheaper. And the other one is obviously, it's still the same range, and this is the Vitamin C Skin Reviver Instant Smoothing Radiance with Vitamin C Rich Amazonian Kumu and Community Trade Brazil Nut Oil, and again for dull skin. It just looks like, this is kind of like a serum gel, almost similar to the Time in a bottle but less watery. You're supposed to rub it upwards, like in circles, but up your face. I guess trying to increase, like, I don't know, elasticity or something. It does smell really weird, but oh my god, my face is super smooth. It's almost like having a primer on, but it's not. The only problem with this I found is that my dog actually really likes it and likes the smell and really wants to eat it off my face, which is annoying because I don't want a dog licking my face all the time trying to get it off. But yes, I absolutely love this. Again, it came with the set. I'm not 100% sure how much it should have cost on its own because I never actually looked at it on its own, but it's a really good idea. And when I go home, I don't bring everything with me, like my Purity and stuff. What I do is I bring my Liz Earl and I'll bring this, so I can still have that moisturised effect. And that's all of my beauty stuff. I'm going to now talk about the random bits, because why not? Because that's always fun. Since I started with a random, I'm going to end with some randoms. The first one is my Jackery phone and tablet and portable charger, and it looks like this, and it's quite thick and it's really quite heavy. It has an on button so that you can see how much power you've got. If they're all blocked, they are 100%. I believe it's at 60%. When that's flashing, it's at about 70–80%, and then it's 60, and then obviously, and once it's all gone, it's gone. But also, I don't want to blind anyone, it also has a light on it, which is great because if you've got an emergency, you're going to need this light. So you just push the button twice, and obviously it runs on its own battery power, so don't keep it on all the time. It has its own jack to charge it up, and obviously a USB hole to plug in your phone charger or your tablet charger. Any charger that has a USB basically. This is a lifesaver for me because I am obsessed with my phone and cannot get off my phone. I find that my battery doesn't last that long, especially if I'm like going on the internet, listening to music at the same time, going on maps and stuff like that. So it's a real lifesaver. You just plug it in your bag and it's charging away. When I ordered this, I did actually want the smaller one, the mini, but they completely sold out, so I thought, oh, I'll get the next size up, thinking it would be just as light, and it said that it was a light one, and this is fairly heavy, which is, if this is light, I dread to think what the heavy one weighs, but it's really good, and I don't mind that it's orange, and a lifesaver. So if you're looking for like portable chargers, this is a really good one to have because it has a lot of charge in it. I don't know how long it says. It has 22 hours of power for your phone or something. Basically it's the best one out of this range to have, apart from the massive block, but for portableness and in your handbag, this is the best one to have. And I charged this up once and it's still good to go, so you know, that's why I'm liking it. I'm also loving, I'll just show you this, I'm also loving my Nintendo 3DS. Now this came out, I bought this the first month it came out, so that's why I have kind of a greeny blue colour, because they didn't have any others. But what I want to show you is the game that I'm really loving is the Nintendo 3DS Animal Crossing New Leaf. I am obsessed with this game. I play it pretty much every day so that I can keep my land clean and clear and keep my neighbours really happy, which I never used to do when I had the original one. So I've suddenly, I brought the game and I've been playing it at least once a day since I brought it, which is kind of bad, but in a way it's kind of good because it helps you relax, and I don't play it for that long, so that's what I'm kind of advertising here, what I've been enjoying this month. Now the rest of the stuff is actually on my phone. Now I've been really loving two songs recently, and they are Electric Heart by Sia. I'm not sure how to say that, but the music video has Shia LaBeouf, I don't know, Shia LaBeouf, whatever, however you say it, and it's kind of a really weird video, but I really like the song. And I've also been loving Ellie Goulding's new one, Love Me Like You Do. Now I know that it's from 50 Shades of Grey, I don't care, it's a really, really nice song. And like, I'm not a massive fan of her, but there's only a couple of songs of hers that I like, and I really love this song. So yeah, that's my music of the month, if I can actually say that. Who's going to see 50 Shades of Grey in the cinema? Let me know. Because I've already checked on the cinema website or on Odeon, because we've got free tickets. And not everything's booked up for the next like 2 weeks. Right, the next, well, the last thing that I'm going to show you that I've been loving this month is an app called Yummily. And it just looks like this. And this is kind of a weird app for me to enjoy, but I have been doing now, this is my start of my 4th week. So I've done a whole month pretty much of the Bikini Body Guide workout diet kind of thing, by Kayla Itsins, something like that. Basically it's a bikini body guide, and I have got a smoothie maker, blender maker, whatever you want to call it, and I have been obsessed with this app because it gives you really good ideas. Obviously these are some of the ones they're suggesting for me because I have googled some, or not googled, searched. But basically you search for anything and you type it in your little box and then you click go, and it will come up with suggestions, which I absolutely love. This, for me, this app is my lifesaver. We figured out why our sweet potato fries weren't crisping, and now we know how to do it. It's given me great ideas for smoothies, and I've tried some of them and they are amazing. Obviously some of them I've miscalculated, but they're still really good. I absolutely love that app. There's not much else to say about it. It's just a really good, and if you're looking for ideas for like lunches, dinners, snacks, drinks, it has everything, and it's just perfect. Like, if you're one of these people that have got a lot of food in your house and you have no idea how to make it into a meal, it's just perfect for that. Like, I have a salted caramel kind of sauce thing, and I was like, right, I need to make something out of this. Googled, or went on there, typed in something, and it came up and it was like, okay, I could do this and this and this. Do I have that product? Oh yeah, I have that. So it's great ideas, and because when you like something or yum something, it will go into categories on your page. So you've got dinners or breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack and drinks, and they're all on there. So if you haven't tried that app, I would definitely try it because it's amazing, especially if you're a big foodie like me. So that's all my rambling, so much rambling, done. I hope you guys have had a great new year so far. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Comment below what you thought was good or what you suggested is something good, and everything else. Subscribe if you're not. You don't have to. Be good. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!